And now to a stiff sentence for a man convicted of multiple DUIs. Yesterday, Robert Pierzod was sentenced to spend 14 years in prison for a crash that left his friend with permanent injuries. It was Pierzod's second offense. His sentence was twice the amount of the maximum sentence guidelines under the state. 10 on your side's Brandi Cummings is looking into why the sentence was so high. Brandi?
Well, Chris, the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office says DUI arrests in Virginia Beach account for 10% of all arrests in the state. They want this sentence to send a clear message. If you drink and drive, you could face a tough penalty.
It is just a tragedy for everybody.
Officials say Robert Pierzod had been drinking in January when he got behind the wheel with his friend Jesse Williams in the passenger seat. Speeding, Pierzod lost control and crashed on Lynn Haven Parkway. Williams was seriously hurt and is still in the hospital.
The fact remains that it's unknown whether Jesse Williams will ever come back from where he's at now in this coma state.
Virginia Beach Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Brian Latuga says in April, Pierzod pled guilty to several charges, including DUI. This week, a judge sentenced him to spend 14 years in prison.
We are incredibly pleased with this sentence and think it's more than appropriate in this case.
But Latuga admits the sentence was harsh. It doubles the time Pierzod could have spent in prison based on the state recommendations. However, Latuga says there's a reason.
The sentencing guidelines take into account not just the crime that's at hand, but also a offender's previous history and any probation that they may be on, whether they've been incarcerated before.
Officials say this wasn't the first DUI arrest for Pierzod. Just a month prior to the crash that injured his friend, he was arrested on the same charge. The Commonwealth's Attorney's Office handled it because as of last year, all DUI arrests are prosecuted by the CA, even if they are misdemeanor first offenses.
It's a great relief for us to have this sentence, but I don't know that there's ever going to be any appropriate relief for the Williams family. That's something they can't get back is Jesse.
Since the major legal phases of this case are complete, Jesse Williams, although still unconscious, is expected to be taken to a nursing facility near his family in Kansas. We did try getting a comment for our story from the attorney who represented Robert Pierzod, but she didn't make herself available. I'm Brandi Cummings, 10 on your side.